Welcome to our Varsity College community to the newsletter for the month of May, and I trust that all families and students are doing well. We've had a bit of cold weather start to come on as we hit winter, and at this time of year there's always a bit of sickness and some colds and flus, so I encourage everyone to stay healthy and stay well and look after yourselves, and make sure that students have got their jumpers to come to school so that they can stay warm in these cooler months. So it's very important to us that our students are still continuing to come to us nice and healthy and continue their learnings through winter. We have had such a hectic, busy but exciting time in the college since I last spoke with you. In week 4 we completed NAPLAN across year 3, 5, 7 and 9, and the students were highly engaged, they were very calm. It was super organised in the college, and that's thanks to the work of the staff that work really hard to make sure that NAPLAN is well organised and not stressful for our students or our staff. And it was great to see the students really working hard. When I walked through the rooms in NAPLAN, all students were really concentrating and focusing on what they were doing. So well done to everyone, and we're really looking forward to getting the results for our NAPLAN tests. Our Year 6 students had a great experience in venturing to Lake Ainsworth for their Year 6 camp, and camps are always one of those exciting times in a student's life. You know, getting on a bus and spending a bit of time overnight with your school friends is always fun, particularly in a camp setting. For the teachers, it's a little bit less so, but I do know that they enjoy it. And Lake Ainsworth is a great venue, and it's always good for the students to have such an enriched experience, not just in the classrooms. And at Varsity, we provide many opportunities for our students to be engaged in activities outside the classroom, and that's about developing the whole child. That's really important to me as an executive principal, and I know it's important to our community. So I know that the kids in grade 6 had a great time, so thank you to all the staff that gave up time to make sure that that experience was valuable for our Year 6 students. One of our biggest events this year took place last week, and that was our college musical, The Little Mermaid. Thus far, that has been the highlight of my time at Varsity. To see that come together was just, and basically culminate on the stage on Thursday night when I attended. It was just such a proud moment, and if you get a chance, jump onto our YouTube channel and have a look at the documentary that our tech boys have done such a brilliant job on. It's called From Sea to Stage, and it is just wonderful, and it really does show the enormity of time and effort that is taken to put on something like that in a school of our size. So many people involved, so many people committing so many extra hours on top of their already big workload here. And to see those students come alive on stage was just wonderful. I got an opportunity to go backstage prior to the performance on Thursday night, and it was just a buzz everywhere, and I was so excited to sit in the chair and watch the musical, and they did not disappoint. Our students are so talented, our staff are so committed and dedicated, and thank you so much to Michelle Murtagh and Ben Henderson for their commitment to these types of productions. They aren't done in a lot of schools anymore simply because of the time that it takes. But at Varsity, with our cultural pillar being so strong, everyone's so committed to it. So well done to everyone involved, and thank you to our community for coming along to support us. We had 2 sold out nights, we had a matinee event, so just a wonderful, wonderful week last week in the college. Also last week we started with Athletics Carnival, so it was super busy. Out at Somerset College, we had a beautiful day for the Athletics Carnival after a little bit of rain, but the venue out there was spectacular. I know that the students had a great time. Thank you to all of those mums and dads and community members that come along to support their children and support the college. It's great to see the extra added support out there. And thank you to Ty Dowker and Mr. Irwin for the work that they do and the work that their team does to put on a day like this, and for all the other teachers that went along to support events on the day. Thank you for your work. The sporting pillar, again, such strength in that in our college, and that's really what makes up the fabric of Varsity. So well done to all of those people. And I understand that there were some long-standing records that fell by the wayside last week, so that's always exciting as well. And also thank you to Somerset for allowing us to use those facilities and having an opportunity for our students to compete on such fantastic grounds. So thank you very much to Somerset College for that. We also had our World's Greatest Shave. So we've had our World's Greatest Shave on secondary, and I think Crazy Hair Day on primary, raising funds. And I truly admire those people that stepped up and were involved in the World's Greatest Shave. Particular note to Mr. Standen and Miss Hunt for participating. And, you know, as I said, great admiration from me and their colleagues around their commitment to, you know, shaving and for a cure for cancer. So thank you so much to those people. We also have had our annual Careers Expo at Varsity College for those students that are entering into senior school and beyond, and the participation from students and community was exceptionally high. It was great to have an opportunity to stand at the door of the hall and welcome our parents and see the engagement that you all have with not only our school, but also those providers that work with us to provide opportunities for the students at Varsity College. So thank you to parents for coming along on a fairly cool night, and for our students to have a look at what is going to be your next step and how are you going to put that in place. We are very, very serious about that here, making sure that if you make a choice and that's the one that you want, our job is to ensure that that's the one that you get when you exit Varsity College. And to that end as well, this week I've also had an opportunity to meet with the Vice-Chancellors of both Griffith University and Bond University. Maintaining these relationships are very important to me, and they're very important to the college. So on Tuesday night I had an opportunity to attend dinner with Professor Carolyn Evans from Griffith University. She is an amazing woman and talked quite a lot about the ethos of the university and her 3 E's, which were excellence, ethics and engagement. And I believe that the university is certainly going to go a long way under her leadership, and it was great to sit with other principal colleagues and members of the Griffith University staff and chancellery. So that was a lovely night. And yesterday I had an opportunity to meet with Professor Tim Brailsford, who is the Vice-Chancellor at Bond University. He is such a dynamic man with a passion for education, and we had some great conversations, given that we are neighbours, about how we can both certainly benefit each other in terms of the education of students at Varsity. So I thank both of those people for their hospitality and for an opportunity for us to talk about how we can continue to provide the best opportunities for those Varsity College students that are university bound. Finally, this week we have engaged in our Reconciliation Week activities, and these activities are very, very important to me. At its heart, reconciliation is about a strengthening of relationships. It's about that relationship between Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples and non-Indigenous people in Australia, and it's about coming together to continue to build and grow the relationship that we already have. At Varsity College, we have an Indigenous community that is committed to maintaining their heritage, and I think that's incredibly important. Thank you to those staff that continue to lead the way in this area in our college, and again, the cultural aspects that brings to Varsity can't really be quantified. So thank you very much, and thank you to all of those students and staff that were involved in Reconciliation Week, and thank you once again for providing our students with an opportunity to experience something that is outside of the classroom, that enriches learning that happens in the classroom. So we are heading into the last 4 weeks of the term. It has been so busy and we still have so much to do. Our calendar is still quite full. I have been having a lot of opportunity to speak with parents about a variety of things. We had a great P&C meeting the other week, and I would continue to encourage people from the community, if you wish to be involved, that the P&C is the way to do it. So go on, have a look at the P&C Facebook page or contact our P&C and let them know that you'd like to be involved. There's plenty of opportunities for you to do so. So please make sure that if that's something you're looking for, make contact with us and reach out and become a part of our community. The Varsity College community and the Varsity Lakes community is such a vibrant one, and I'd like to also thank Councillor Herman Vorster for the amount of support that he does provide to Varsity College. He is always involved in our activities, he is always attending, he is always with the students and ensuring that, you know, they understand that he is a big supporter of what's happening in our schools. So we do thank him for his continued support. So folks, I hope that you have had a great month of May, and as we head into June, can you believe it? I'm looking forward to speaking with you again in week 10, which will be our last week for the term before we go on holidays. Thanks everybody.